Hi, welcome to this video, and in this video I will be talking about alignment. It's in relation to the introduction video that you may have seen on this channel. If you haven't, then I invite you to have a look at it. In that video I'm talking about alignment, and alignment being the foundation of Neat Scrum. So I feel like it's important to give a little bit more information of what do I understand by alignment. And it's really tricky to try to name something that really is a feeling and really is a state of being. So there's some difficulty to actually name it. And when I was thinking about it, I came across a really great explanation or really great way of describing the quality of what the alignment is for me. And this is actually coming from something called internal family system developed by Dr. Richard Schwartz. And there is the notion of self. And the self has 8 qualities, and they are called ACs. And when I read it, it was so much in relation to what I mean by alignment that I thought I'm just going to take it up because I think it's a great way of describing what alignment is for me. And it is very, you could say, aligned to the Dr. Schwartz definition of self and the 8 Cs. And so essentially what the 8 Cs are. The 8 Cs are qualities of self, and by the self it's us within when we are deeply connected to ourselves. That's how I see it, and that's all what alignment is about. Alignment is being connected with the self, being connected with what is really true for me and what is really alive in me. And the qualities are calmness, curiosity, clarity, compassion, confidence, creativity, courage, and connectedness. And the importance of alignment is the fact that when I'm in that state of being, I carry these qualities within me and I'm connected with those qualities, which means that anything I do and the relation that I will have during the day or during my life those qualities will be present in these relations. And that's extremely important for me, because I really want these qualities to be present in my life. The other part, and the big part, and for me at this moment in time maybe even more important, is that when I'm aligned, the same qualities will be present with connection to myself. And so I will have the courage to look with honesty on myself and my beliefs. I will have the clarity on what those beliefs are. I will have again the courage to accept that I'm not perfect and there are things that I really want to look at and maybe the things that I want to change. And when those qualities are present in relation to myself, beautiful things can happen. And most of all, the self-discovery is amazing opportunity to get to better know myself and to better work with myself and manage myself in a way. So that's the importance of alignment and what it is for me. The other thing that I would like to touch on is the nature of alignment in my understanding, and that's it's very dynamic. So alignment is not a state of being that we reach at a certain point of time because maybe we've meditated enough in our life and we get there and it's constant. It's definitely not like that in my life. It's very dynamic and it will change from moment to moment. I can do my morning routine and get in the place where I feel I'm aligned, I'm connected with myself. And half an hour later I may have conversation with someone that in the conversation itself will trigger something in me. It will touch on something that is sensitive inside of me and it will bring up feelings that may not be easy. and they may be overwhelming, which means that I will get kicked out of alignment. So that's why it's important also to have this ways, to have this awareness of, am I aligned at the moment or not? And if I'm not, what can I do to get back to alignment? And that's something that I will be talking about in the next video, because it's a little bit different topic. But here I would like to go back to that unpleasant feeling, as we often call them. So something that causes me discomfort, and it may be the feeling of anger, I may be irritated, I may be sad. These are the so-called negative feelings, which I don't really believe they are positive or negative. They are just feelings that we receive with our emotions and with our bodies. And alignment, big part of alignment as well, is not to confuse it with feeling joyful, or as we call it often, feeling happy. Alignment is being with myself, with the whole spectrum of emotions and with the whole spectrum of myself. So I may very well be aligned, and at the same time I may feel anger. I may be aligned and I may feel really sad. But those qualities, the 8 C's, if you look at them again, there's nothing in these qualities about being joyful in the moment. Being joyful is great, and when there's time for being joyful and when I feel it, then being aligned gives me more opportunity and more depth into feeling the joy and taking as much as I can from the joy and experience the joy in the whole fullness of it in the moment. But at the same time, if there is another feeling which is uncomfortable for me, being in alignment gives me the opportunity to find what is it about. And what my emotions are telling me that's so important for me to find, to look for, to understand. Because emotions are a navigation system in my mind, and they tell us where our needs are met or where our needs are not met. And if I have difficult emotions, then what is behind that emotion? What's not being met? Maybe there is a belief behind it that if I go deeper inside, if I find that quality of connectedness and curiosity and go deeper within myself and ask myself a question, what is that emotion about? I can find incredible insights and get to know myself better and get something out of this experience for myself and for my life. So shortly, that's pretty much what alignment is for me and how I understand alignment in the context of this channel, in the context of Need Scrum. In the next video, I will be also asking myself and trying to answer myself the question and sharing with you the question of how I'm getting aligned in my life and what does it mean to me. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon.